Top fights of all time. I'm Sam Rosen, along with the effusive Al Bernstein, as we take a look at one of the top fighters who's loved by the fans, and that is Ray Boom Boom Mancini. We'll look at him in two fights, one against Arturo Frias and the other one against Orlando Romero. And certainly the story of Ray Mancini, well-renowned as to how much he really wanted to win that title.
Well, he wanted to win it principally for his father, Lenny Mancini, who, of course, was a fine fighter in the 40s, and he went away to World War II, did not get a shot at the title, which he thought was his due, and he wanted his son, Ray Mancini, to win the title for him, and indeed Ray was about to do that, or trying to do it, in his fight with Arturo Frias. He had had one shot already against Alexis Arguello in a stirring battle, lost then a TKO in the 14th round.
What was interesting, I thought, in getting into the fight with Frias, he had one fight prior to that, is that he came back very well from that defeat to Arguello, a tough loss, because certainly emotionally it took a lot out of Ray Mancini.
Well, as Mancini points out himself, he was just a youngster, 20 years old, against the great Arguello at a time when Arguello really had all his skills, and he was doing well against Arguello in most of that fight. And finally, Arguello got to him with that power, but Mancini acquitted himself well in that fight, so his feeling was, I can still come back after that.
What about this matchup with Arturo Frias?
Well, people really expected a brawl because Frias was more of a club fighter from the West Coast who had won the title against Claude Noel in a very surprising win. And I think people felt that this would be the battle of two fighters who would like to get in and brawl.
Frias had successfully defended against Ernesto España, a guy who had several title fights, and now was making his second title defense, this one against Ray Boom Boom Mancini. And certainly for Mancini, you had to look for the big left hook.
Well, he had an excellent left hook, and of course that great body attack. And the idea is that probably he and Frias would not have to look for each other. They would be right there.
All right, now, as far as Frias was concerned, what was his game plan going into the fight?
Well, I think he wanted to exploit what the traditional weaknesses of Ray Mancini, the fact that it is easy to hit him, that he does come forward, and that if you can land a big shot, perhaps you can hurt him and or cut him, which was another problem that Ray had in the past. So for Arturo Frias, really only one way for him to fight because he is a brawler.
So we are set for this lightweight championship bout. It takes place in Las Vegas, May 8th, 1982, and we will be set to go with the opening round. It's Arturo Frias, the champion, the challenger, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Back with the action in just a moment.
This ESPN event is being brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you.
To America's best.
Kellogg's All Brand.
Ray Mancini ready to go. Arturo Frias comes out of the corner, and Richard Green is the referee.
Both fighters very aggressive, known for their constant attack, and you already see evidence of it here in the first round.
Oh, and Mancini gets rocked by a left hand after he did some good body work. Mancini going with Frias. They're not bashful at all.
And that big left hook by Frias really got Ray Mancini's attention. Frias knew you could hit Mancini, and there's another left hook, another right hand by Frias.
Frias not cautious at all, landing the combination well. Mancini backed up a little bit. As Frias digs to the body, got in a good right hand uppercut. What a start to this fight.
Well, true to form.
Oh, good left hook by Mancini.
True to form, Mancini hit early, but Ray Mancini coming back and gripping shots to the body and the head of Art Frias.
Lightweight championship bout. Ray Mancini the challenger, Arturo Frias the champion. And both men have pounded already. Frias going with the right hand, and Mancini using his left. And neither man backing off here.
They're both loading up with every punch.
Both men digging the body pretty well. And there's a cut already under the left eye of Arturo Frias. Those heads have been coming together. That could have caused it.
Good right by Frias. They're just banging away.
Afraid of left hooks. Oh, wow. Look at this action. Unbelievable. Frias comes off the rope, banging Mancini. Neither man will give an inch.
And the hand speed of Frias for the moment giving Ray some trouble. But, oh, big left hook by Mancini.
Doubles up with that left. Overhand right scores. And Frias is hurt here. Frias is shaky. Another left hook sends him down. He was rocked by a couple of lefts, and then the big left hook sent him down. Oh, does he look in bad shape? He says he's okay. The champion, Arturo Frias, in trouble here in the first round. Ray Mancini looking for the championship.
When Ray gets you in trouble, he's a tough finisher.
And Frias in all kinds of trouble. He's not throwing any punches here. Mancini going all out. Frias has not thrown a punch. It's all over. Richard Green steps in and stops the fight. What a fight.
Incredible first round, and indeed the only round of the fight. Ray Mancini rocked early by a left hook, came back and did that to Arturo Frias.
And that's in one round.
Well, Ray Mancini, a vintage Ray Mancini performance. We saw the worst and best of Mancini here, and he has a cut over his left eye.
He got pounded, but as always, Ray Mancini has shown he can take the pounding and dish out more. And that's what he did to the champion Arturo Frias, the ex-champion now. As you see the celebration in the corner of Ray Mancini. And look at that, Kenny Wagner in the corner of Ray Mancini.
Well, for Mancini, Arturo Frias presented a pretty stationary target, and that is what I think helped him also in this fight. You see the respect on the part of both fighters. This is an extraordinary round of boxing.
Obviously, we sit back and we second-guess the strategy of Arturo Frias, believing that he could punch with Mancini and believing he could hurt Mancini.
Well, he rocked him in that round with the left hook, so that may have given him even more courage. And maybe if he hadn't hurt him with that left hook, he might not have waded in so quick.
Look at the emotion in the ring here as Ray Mancini did what he set out to do. He won the championship that his father never was able to attain.
And that is what his father and mother in the ring, just beyond Paul Percifield, and a dream come true for Lenny Mancini, the dream that he did not get as a professional fighter, called away to World War II, not able to win the title. And for Art Frias, who himself was kind of a Cinderella story in winning the title over Claude Noel, a lot of disappointment.
Well, he took the big left hand, was knocked down, he got up, said he was okay, but really wasn't, and never fought back after Mancini rocked him again, got him against the ropes, and I would say started throwing punches, must have thrown 20 or 25 punches without Frias answering back.
And that belt goes to Ray Mancini largely because Art Frias, not the kind of a fighter who can deal with being in trouble. He will just wade back in and fight. That's what he did against Ray Mancini, and the Mancini family happy about this one.
Joy and emotion. Now watch what Mancini does here. Look at that left hook that knocks down Arturo Frias. What a tremendous left hook. An earlier one had rocked him back on his heels. He followed it up. And now the continuation after the knockdown.
Mancini, when he gets you in trouble, is just a tireless worker. And he's wild coming in, but that's, again, a trademark of his. Frias, however, not in a position to counterpunch effectively. And so Mancini just wailed away, punching constantly when he had Frias on the ropes, and Richard Green waiting as long as he thought reasonable before actually stepping in to stop this.
I'm counting. We're at 16 now. 17. The punches are still coming. 20 punches without Frias throwing one, and most of them are landing. A couple are missing there. He missed there. We're up close to 25, and I think you could have made a case for Richard Green stepping in sooner. It's almost 30 punches without one by Frias. Well, all he's doing is keeping his hands up, and I would say 65% of those punches are getting through, maybe 70%.
That's true, but enough, I think, were missed, so that Richard Green wanted to give the champion every opportunity to defend himself. And Frias's hands weren't at his waist or anything, so I think he felt that maybe he would come back. And but of course he couldn't. And here we see that left hook by Mancini. That was just a jolting punch.
Look at the power. Look at the power. The entire body that he got into that shot. that sent Frias down to the canvas. Ray Mancini, the young man who dreamed of becoming the champion, had his dream delayed when he was stopped by Alexis Arguello on May 8th of 1982, wins the lightweight championship by stopping Arturo Frias in the first round. We'll be back with more of Super Bouts in just a moment.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in real good shape. I haven't gotten out of shape since my last fight, and that's been about 3 months. So I expect a real good fight on my part tonight. It's when I got